All right. Well, let's do this.
Nutty Acres.
Oh man, there's 200 notes.
Yeah, so I think it's as good a time as any to talk about the general structure of Nuts and Bolts. Although we'll let Log do his little video first.
Oh my.
Hi, Bottles.
I'm sorry, what?
Godspeed, Humba. Godspeed.
So yeah, here be Nutty Acres.
So yeah, as Argate actually alluded to last video, this game is split up much closer to something like Mario 64 than one of the more traditional Banjo games. There are, I think 5 worlds broken into 6 stages apiece, and each one has a slightly different set of notes and jiggies and stuff that we can collect in that stage.
Oh, yeah, that does sound basically like a page out of Mario's playbook.
And as you can also kind of see, like, the worlds aren't, like, real places. This is just a construct of log. So the characters you meet in the level aren't people who live here. They're just actors playing the role, like Mumbo as the farmer, for example.
Oh, so Klungo really hasn't abandoned Grunty.
No, he's just playing the farmhand today as an actor. And this also means that there's a much smaller pool of characters that you meet throughout the levels, which gets kinda samey, frankly.
Is this a remix of Treasure Trove Cove?
Yeah, it does sound a bit like Treasure Trove Cove.
Hi there, Editing Arctic here to tell you that while this level does have a lot of overt references to previous games, including the beach, the volcano, there's a swamp, and, most obviously the Treasure Trove Cove riff, it is positively restrained in comparison to a level later on, which is basically just a giant museum filled with stuff from Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo-Tooie. So, there's that. So yeah, there are 2 different kinds of challenges. There are Log's Choice, in which case the game will just give you a vehicle, and you have to use it. And there are Player Choices, where you can use any vehicle that you have built.
Alright, seems standard.
Most of them, it turns out, are actually Log's Choice, for better or worse, but whatever. It's not nothing. But a lot of times, the goal is ultimately get to the place in X amount of time. Banjo, you alright there?
Yeah, and you can kind of see on the gauge at the top, like, as the arrow moves, that your prize that you win will change. Like, if you get in the blue, that's the highest score, and you'll get all 3 prizes. But if it dips into the yellow, you miss out on what the blue prize is. It's kind of like the bronze, silver, and gold and platinum relics from Crash Bandicoot.
Gotcha. And I haven't heard the 360 achievement noise in so long.
And actually, now that I think of it, it's a little weird that they have a character that has to do with time trials with the initials TT, and they invented a new character for it to be instead of getting TT from Diddy Kong Racing in here as a character.
I mean, that could be a rights thing.
I guess it could be.
Yeah, I don't know if that'd be a character in Rare's playbook or Nintendo's.
I don't honestly know.
I'm sorry, what? What was this Jinjo doing?
They were in the bushes near Mumbo's, and they lost their antique banjo. It was a family heirloom. Now, as to what exactly qualifies as the bushes near Mumbo, that's a great question. I don't actually know. I did not find this, and I gave up looking for it after about, like, 2 minutes.
Mm-hmm. I don't blame you.
But you know what we do get to do, though, is trash Mumbo's house. So, I mean, I think that we can call that a win.
That absolutely is. Definitely a plus. Oh dear.
His house just fell over from you breathing on it.
It's not real, it's just like a cardboard house. Don't worry about it.
So yeah, as it turns out, there is only the one Jiggy that we can get in Stage 1. So, at this point, really, the only thing we can do is just kind of fuck around, take a quick tour of the place, see what all's out there, and hey, it does look really nice. I do think this game looks really good.
It really does. Credit where it is due, it gets the little details right, too. Like, if you look at the ground, you can see it's all stitched together. Because it's handmade. It's good. It's a good detail.
Yeah, genuinely, this game's art direction actually looks really nice. Like, I actually really like that shot of Spiral Mountain from the intro.
Oh, no, that looks fantastic, and I would love to play that game, but...
This is not that game.
This isn't that game, that's the problem.
Yeah, I would love to have played this game, the game that this game clearly wanted to be. Would have. 100%.
Like, the worst thing about it is that vehicles, like this game, like Banjo as a series, doesn't really gain anything by shifting to vehicles. Cause like what do you really get out of that, right? You can move faster on land, but like you could already do that. That's what the Talon Trot and the Turbo Trainers were for. And it's not like Banjo can fly, so it's not like you gain a third dimension that way.
And he can swim too.
So it's like, if they had theoretically scaled everything down by like 50% and then not changed anything else, this would have been a perfectly viable game world to explore with Banjo's standard abilities.
It really would have. And wasn't that the reason that they went with the vehicles in the first place? That they discovered the levels were too big, so they put in vehicles instead of shrinking the levels down.
I could believe that. Although at some point, it's like, maybe you should take a long, hard look at what's going on to make adjustments as needed, because I don't know if I'd say this is really working.
No. And I don't know how true that is. That was just the discourse at the time that this game released as the reasoning for why it has vehicles.
There's a lot of notes in that center platform, and I spent a non-zero amount of time trying to figure out how to get to it. But I don't think we can do it in this particular act.
Would you need a flying vehicle to get over there?
That's the thing. You can't use your own vehicle when you're just driving around. You use them for challenges.
Oh, really?
Wait, what?
What?
That's kind of dumb.
If you were to make, like, a flying vehicle, you wouldn't be able to use it just for traversing the level? That is stupid.
I mean, there probably is a way, but it's sort of a moot point right now because we don't have any flying parts anyway.
True, I was just wondering if that was how you were intended to get those notes. I just thought, oh, you just make a flying vehicle to get over there.
I would have to assume that's the case, although, like I said, it is possible that on a later version of that level, there is, like, there's a bridge there or something.
So wait, what the fuck are we doing? We collected a Jiggy. It got deposited in the vending machine. Now we have to get it out and bring it to the bank?
Yeah, you have to carry the Jiggies physically in your shopping trolley and bring it to the Jiggy globe thing.
Why?
This is a question you could ask about pretty much all of this game. Why?
It would be real dumb if, like, I don't know, if in Mario Odyssey, like, you had to do this to bring the moons back to the Odyssey.
Yeah, like if you had to just, like, carry them under your arms and run back to the Odyssey. That would be kinda, yeah, silly. I agree.
Like, it's also especially dumb because the vending machine is, like, 2 steps away from the bank.
This one is. This one is for 90 acres. Doesn't each level have its own machine?
Correct, yes.
Yeah.
That doesn't seem any better to me, honestly.
It's not. It really isn't.
That's twice now in this video we've talked about Mumbo's nuts.
Yeah, I mean, it is a coconut farm, but yeah, it's like, Mumbo, I don't need to hear about your nuts, okay? Just please no.
Yeah, but that's always been Rare's sense of humor, so, like, that doesn't surprise me at all.
No! That absolutely tracks. I mean, we just look at nap nuts.
You know, Banjo, I would be a little confused if you said you did have experience with high explosives.
Yeah! Maybe we should ask Jam Jars? He seems like, you know... Well, we haven't met Jam Jars yet, never mind.
It's okay, we're gonna take it to Bottles, who was, he used to be a pilot, so he knows about these things.
You know, I feel like making a mole into a pilot is just a very bad idea.
It's a level of irony, I guess.
Ah, this must be one of those log challenge things, because this vehicle is clearly meant to carry a bomb. I like the license plate, though. Banjo 01.
Anyway, Grunty's robots are attacking us along the way, but we can just... If we press the right bumper, we will attempt to reattach things as they... It's fine, everything's fine, don't worry about it.
Man, that thing went flying off your cart.
This game has physics.
It has a surprisingly robust set of physics. Like, it can handle just about anything that you put together.
Yeah, and that's one of its strong points, is the physics of it, where you can do some really crazy and weird stuff.
You see, that sounds like the setup for something really fun there.
Yeah, doesn't it? They could have possibly had... What they have here is possibly two games that, by themselves, would have been really fun, but mashed together, don't work. We have a Banjo game, and we have a fun vehicle creation exploration game.
I don't know if I'd say that, though. I will say I don't know if I'd go that far, because what we've seen is basically the extent of what the game has for us. It's go places, under some time constraint, or bring a thing somewhere.
Yeah, that's basically the bulk of your challenges, huh? When your game is centered around the vehicle.
It could have also used a bit more variety in objectives. I was thinking more from like a exploration and physics system sort of standpoint, where there's a lot here to work with if they had just, shunted the vehicle stuff to a different game.
I mean, I suppose it's not like it would be the first time that they took a racing game that they already had and then slapped Banjo on it.
Is that what happened with Banjo Pilot?
Correct.
Okay.
I think Banjo Pilot was originally supposed to be like a Diddy Kong Racing type spin-off.
Oh. I think I had mentioned this before, but I love Diddy Kong Racing.
Anyway, Trophy Thomas has challenged us to a race and said, we're going to need our fastest vehicle to keep up, and, well, I'll let you be the judge.
Yeah, and a shopping trolley is leaving him in the dust. I think he could have stood to strap a few more engines onto that motorcycle of his.
Yeah, that's just embarrassing.
Honestly, I wish I had a few more engines to strap onto this trolley. This thing is so fucking slow.
It's faster than Thomas, though.
It is, which is kind of pathetic. And also that platinum clear time was just embarrassing too. Look how big the bar is.
Thomas, you're the one who had the headshot.
But wait, there's a twist. There's a round 2.
Oh, and it keeps your time from before. Oh, okay. I wondered why it was so long and why it took you so little time.
I was gonna say he seems marginally faster, but you're,
It's a little column A, little column B. He is a little bit faster, but, if you make even a slightly efficient route through this, you will still leave him in the dust.
Naturally, the challenges later in the game can get pretty darn bullshit. As usually happens with such things.
Yeah, this one we can beat with the trolley. Later ones we will definitely require the use of an actual vehicle that we've built.
And, really that's the biggest thing that keeps me from wanting to try playing this game myself, other than the fact that I don't have an Xbox of any sort, is that I really have zero interest in making vehicles. It's just not something I want to do and find fun. Artix, you lost?
Yeah, because I ran into that one thing and he was basically right on my tail at the time.
at least it's best 2 out of 3.
He's already blown the platinum time, though. But yeah, so it's best 2 out of 3, huh? That just drags on way too long.
Yep, and if you lose that second half, you have to do... Like, if you lose the second half, you have to do it again. Like, from the start. And it sucks. It really sucks.
Do the trophies do anything?
Yes, if you get 4 trophies, it gives you another Jiggy.
Oh, okay, so you do want to get them, okay. Well, that's just rude, and blech.
Anyway, I would be remiss if I did not at least show off the little car abomination that I built. It's got a fist on the front, so when this fucker tries to, like, cut in front of me, I just punch him right in the ass.
Nice. Showing this game the respect it deserves. I love it. I approve.
You almost missed that checkpoint there, though.
It's fine. We'll be fine.
Unfortunately, the parts that we have to work with here at the start of the game mean that it's not really any faster or better than the trolley, but, you know, it is at least my car, so, you know, that's not nothing.
It's your beautiful candy corn-colored abomination.
But how does it taste?
It looks like it's orange-flavored to me.
Anyway, we don't need to see any of that again.
No, we definitely don't. I do like the noise that the trophy makes when you collect it. It's silly.
But yeah, this has been a short sample of Nuts and Bolts. Like I said, I don't dislike it. I think what this game is doing, it does reasonably well. I just have absolutely no interest in it as a Banjo game.
That's fair.
I've just been thinking about, like, the setup of, like, Banjo and Kazooie just being, like, out of shape, and I feel like you could actually work that into a pretty good tutorial. And, you know, that might even explain, like, Banjo and Kazooie forgetting the moves from the last games. Like, they just have to, like, you know, work themselves back up into a state to do them again.
Yeah, that would have been good. And certainly would have been more respectful of both the characters and their fans.
Yeah, like, the characters being out of shape isn't necessarily, like...
No! People get out of shape, it happens, it's fine!
Like, fucking Captain Rainbow, turned Little Mac into a giant, tub of lard, and... I'm sure that was fine.
I'm sure he got better.
I think that was part of Little Mac's, arc in that game, just, like, you helping him get back into shape. Just immediately going into... Wow, you old washed-up has-beens, whoever liked you is, that's not a good first impression.
It's really not, and it doesn't get any better, I assure you.
I think this game, I guess to its credit, I think this game is at its best when it's not really, I don't know if acknowledging is the right word, but when it is doing its own thing, I think Nuts and Bolts is pretty good. Like, the second level, in fact, it's themed like the inside of an Xbox. Like, I think it's called the Logbox 720 or something like that.
Yeah, that's a good level.
That sounds awesome, that rules.
Right, but yeah, like, it's a vertical level, and, like, it's themed like you're inside a computer, so, like, everything is, like, you know, it's all, like, computery, you've got wires going everywhere, and, like, it's really cool. It's a great level. And it's, you know, if it did more stuff like that, and less, you know, acting like, why would anybody have ever liked this?
It just sets the tone of, like, resentful. It feels like the game is resentful of itself.
A little bit, yeah.
And yeah, the tone really just puts me off. Sorry.
Yeah, there's also a lot of, I think, like, just when you get into the levels in general, I think it gets much better as well. If you did not have the context of the opening of the game, and you were just dropped into, say, Nutty Acres, and was like, alright, go nuts, kid, that would also be a much better first impression.
Like, here's how you build a vehicle, here's the first level, okay, have fun. That wouldn't have been bad.
Nice, and as you can see, it's not like there's no platforming to be had. Like, there's a lot of stuff where vehicles can't go very well. Like, you can imagine how little it would take for me to have driven off this cliff, like, 7 times.
Absolutely. your gravity gun there, not the greatest.
I'm really trying to get it in this stupid thing. There.
And now you have it in the little soft-boiled dish.
They say, does that do anything? Absolutely not. But you know what? Fuck it.
You did a good job putting the egg in the thing, Ernix. I'm proud of you.